Yo, if you have not watched Nina's last two videos that she's done today about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, you need to go watch them because look at
season. So allegedly, a source close to the situation, and I mean very close to the situation, I reached out to them privately a long time ago, back in 2024. And they responded, but they were very vague, okay? Now, there was behavior happening behind the scenes at the time, and some of it sounded so extreme that people probably would have brushed it off at that time. But now, with these newer leaks, like all this fallout, live messages, and contradictions happening around, people are starting to revisit old messages and seeing them differently. Now, according to the alleged messages and voice notes, there were claims of intense family conflict, emotional instability, screaming episodes, rage, drinking concerns, and people privately fearing for their lives and fearing that things could escalate really bad. Now, one of the biggest things that stood out to me is this source said, at some point, it stops being family and it starts becoming about right and wrong. That line right there, that doesn't sound like internet drama. That sounds like somebody emotionally exhausted. And there were also some alleged concerns involving custody conversations, family members, disagreements behind the scenes, and claims that certain people were enabling behavior instead of addressing it. And what really makes people side-eye everything now is the fact that some of these allegations and conversations happened way before these current events and public drama exploded online. Meaning if these concerns weren't random, the internet gossip, they started not like it started yesterday. Now let me be very clear. None of this is these are allegations, okay? These are allegations, private claims, and commentary based on screenshots, videos, voice recordings, and stuff like that. But I'm going to say this. When multiple people from different corners of somebody's life start telling similar stories, people are naturally going to start connecting the dots. And honestly, that's the part that's unsettling the most. It wasn't really the drama. It's the repeated fear based on language. Because once a person starts saying things like, I'm scared, this is going to end badly, or I don't want it to become a Dateline story, that moves the conversation out of petty internet beef to this is becoming something much heavier. And now people online are trying to figure out who knew what, who stayed quiet, who enabled what, and what is actually happening behind the scenes and behind closed doors this entire timeline. Now, I'm going to do a part 2, and I'm going to get into full detail. But before I do this, I need you guys to understand that the information I'm going to tell you guys, I need you all to do a call to action. Like, I need a call to action. I don't know who can help, what can help. I want to say this. Everybody knows Gypsy's friend was arrested for drug abuse or having drugs in her car, allegedly. Well, we saw the mugshot and the stuff. She went to court. Christy went to court with GRB, which is Gypsy's divorce attorney. They went in the judge's chambers, and they gave her probation. Now, the charges that she had were felonies. They dropped it to misdemeanors. GRB went back there and spoke to the judge and got her basically a diversion. Okay? And I want you guys to keep that in mind when I tell you this information. When I do this part 2, because later on, I'm going to come back in my hotel before dinner and I'm going to do part 2 and explain everything. But I need you guys to really understand all of what I'm saying so you understand the severity of it and you actually put an action and not just watch this. I don't want you to just watch this. In fact, I want the information to get out so much, I'm going to post it on this page and my backup page because I really need you guys to understand how serious this is. Grab a snack, grab some tea, and grab some holy water because, baby, this timeline is getting very dark. And before...
yeah, shit's getting real serious around the Gypsy Rose Blanchard camp. And we're going to have to lock in because the other information that she's supposed to give later on this evening, we need to be tuned in for because this is getting serious and dangerous, and it's a problem. We're going to share this out, get the information out the best we can. And this is all alleged. There's